back for another Dokkan battle video. Today we're going to go ahead and take a look at this unit right here. This is the LR Physical EZA Ginyu Force units. I think this character actually has a really good free-to-play EZA. The one thing they did that I actually do like, I'll explain why, is they have this sort of restriction. So they get 2 keys, 77% attack and defense at the start of turn. Not the craziest, even for a free-to-play LR. But they get 10% attack and defense per Ginyu Force category ally and the team up to 50%. I will say this. When it comes to like free-to-play units like this Ginyu Force unit, I would rather they restrict them but make them very strong. It's specifically talking about free-to-play units here. Rather than make them just like mid, but you know, usable in every single situation. I think it's a better way to create free-to-play units. Especially the way Dokkan has gone where, you know, there's category missions for long events. You have, you know, specialized super battle road stages based on category and stuff like that. The point is that this unit is a killer on the Ginyu Force team. This unit is very good. I mean, if you guys have seen any of my 200% videos I've done recently, I go into the red zone. This Ginyu Force performs very well in the red zone on the Ginyu Force team, right? Like, they're good. This is a really good unit. There's not that many free-to-play characters who are going into the red zone and cooking in there. And this unit can. So I like their design. And then, of course, they're just a support type unit. They give 3 key 30% attack and defense to all allies. So that is pretty helpful. I would say this unit on the Ginyu Force team could be the best free-to-play unit in the game. I don't know. The physical version Z Goku is very good. The LR androids, I think, are very good. I think Roshi is solid as well, although he's now defensively, like, his defensive stat is just too low. That's the only thing about him now. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump in. So we're starting out on 200% team, Ginyu Force team. Again, keep in mind that this physical Ginyu unit is able to be used on the 200% leader skill. So look at this. They're starting out almost at 300k defense. They get 30% defense from their 12-key super attack effect. They're getting 30% defense from their 18-key super attack effect. But another particular thing about this LR, they give all allies 30% attack and defense for the turn from their 18-key super. So if we're able to have a situation, even in like the red zone or something like that, where we're able to get that 18-key super off, we're buffing the entire rotation. And, you know, they get 2 defensive buffs from their super attack effect to themselves when the 18-key super. So they could work very effectively as a floater. And on the Ginyu Force team, you're not struggling. Look at this. Look at the key. Look at the start of turn key. Right? You're not struggling for key on the Ginyu Force team. So this is an insane rotation starting off, right? Like, we have so much support coming in. Like, remember that the Birder and Jace unit, they are giving 60% attack and defense because they need a Captain Ginyu, but the LR naming scheme for this one and then the Tech LR, they have Captain Ginyu in the name. It's Ginyu plus Ginyu Force, right? And then Jace is giving the 3-key 30% attack to extreme class allies and then the 40% defense to Ginyu Force allies. So we're at 90% offensive support and 100% defensive support for this rotation. So this LR Ginyu Force unit is very good. They're rainbow orb changing. The only thing I would say, the only sort of, I guess I don't know if I want to call it design flaw or something like that, them as a rainbow orb changer is definitely very good, but it's restricted to having another Ginyu Force category ally attacking in the same turn. What is their attack set right here? 5.77, along with maybe 400k defense after their 18-key super right there, and they're giving defense to the rest of the rotation, and they're supporting the rotation, and they're rainbow orb changing, right? So, I mean, you guys should be able to see that this unit is just very powerful. They're very effective. But I think that rainbow orb changing ability of theirs, it, like, you need a Ginyu Force ally in the same turn for it to pop, but look at the way the Ginyu Force team links up. The friend Ginyu is not link level 10, that's why he's got less key. But you have the Ginyu Force link leveled and stuff like that, and we're starting with 12 key, essentially, right here, right? So it's like that rainbow orb changing is not the most effective unless you're really cycling in non-Ginyu Force units. But all right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right, guys, I'll run the same team back right here. See, dude, the rainbow orb changing is actually just so powerful. I know it's become a meme where people laugh like I want every unit to be a rainbow orb changer, but like we zone in and look at this field. Like Rainbow Word Changing is strong. Like, that's like the strongest asset of like the GT Dokkan Fest even at this point, right? They function as units that would serve as like great like supports on like the GT Hero team, which is like the best team in the game, seemingly most powerful at the moment, right? So one thing about this Ginyu unit for sure, so if we look at their links, Ginyu Force, Fear and Faith is good. I don't know why Captain Ginyu himself didn't have that, because that's a common villain link that would have helped a lot, man. Then they have Respect, Loyalty, Signature Pose, Shocking Speed, and Legendary Power. And he's got Shocking Speed, another common villain link. See, they did Captain Ginyu dirty, AGL Ginyu. They really should have put more care into his links and his ability to interact with other non-Ginyu Force units. They really should have. Especially because currently, you know, in a year, Ginyu is a 200% leader, sure, for the Ginyu Force team. But right now, like, 20% of the game is on the 200% leader skill or something like that. Less, maybe, right? So it's like, we just need 200% leads right now to get all these characters in the game under at least a 200% lead. So that's one of the major things. I was going to say one thing. Damn it. But yeah, their links. Like, at least having a couple of common links is good. Oh, I know what I was going to bring up. Is this bad boy right here. Don't forget about this monstrosity of a link. 2 key, 5% damage reduction. I know that's minimal, right? 5%. But that type of thing will really help, again, in like red zone, giving you a little bit of extra damage reduction to just sort of tank some of those major super attacks you might receive in the red zone, right? So I do like that loyalty link on a lot of these units. Okay, so we'll have those activated with the Raccoon Goldo. Again, kind of a common link set with a lot of the Ginyu Force team, but this physical LR Ginyu Force in particular, they've got a couple of those links that'll work well on like other teams. All right, so let's see what attack stat we get right there. What was their start of turn defense? It's like 230k. Again, remember they're getting 30% defense from Super Ring, and then they're getting another 30% defense for the entire rotation when they 18 key super attack. So this unit is good. I like them. I think maybe on the next run, let's take a look at what kind of numbers they're doing with maybe like less Ginyu Force units on the team, right? Just again, trying to show like a variety of different like units working alongside them. One thing about the Ginyu Force team, I do think it's one of the best teams in the game, right? Like right now, if I'm forced to run a team, like Ginyu Force is just better than like pure Saiyans, right? It's like if you're gonna build like the pure Saiyan team led by like LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and then you're just building like a pure Saiyan build of just like the GT Hero Infused Fighter, sure, right? Like that's gonna be better than Ginyu Force. But the Ginyu Force team is just so strong at the moment. It really is. Okay, so remember that Captain Ginyu himself is giving support as well. So on this rotation, we're getting 30% support from our boy Captain Ginyu, which is going to be really, really powerful right there for them. So we're at 224k. Okay, perfect. Links we have active here are Ginyu Force, Respect, Loyalty, and Signature Pose. So let's go ahead and pop this right here. Let's see the damage we'll deal. Let's just generally see how we're going to look on this turn. I'm liking this physical LR Ginyu Force unit, though. Their defense is pretty good because they're getting, like, this is not a slot 1 character. It's not intended to be a slot 1 character. You could make really good value of them with that super attack effect for 1 turn. I really wish that when they give this buff to characters, it would be a 2-turn buff. This LR physical Ginyu Force would be so stupid if it's like they could give a 2-turn buff from their 18 key as like a floating support. It would, I'm telling, it would just, dude, it would be so powerful. Like, that is such a good ability, giving the rest of the rotation even more defense. It would be so helpful if that was for 2 turns, because most of the time you're using this LR physical Ginyu Force character, I feel like probably as like a floater is how you want to utilize them. And as a floater, you're not going to be able to get the defensive value out of that defense for 1 turn. But you're not going to want to overextend with this unit, right? Slot 2 and 3 for the most part. But if you can sneak them in slot 1, they definitely can look good in slot 1. All right. So this is going to be probably maybe the best turn we've seen thus far. Maybe. We have 90%. No, we're at 80%. No, is it? They give 60, right? Is it 60 or 50? It's 50. They give 50. Okay. So right here, we're at 80% attack and defensive support. I think probably the best rotation for this LR would be Tech Ginyu, Physical Ginyu, and then probably the Birder and Jace Let's do a run just with, you know, maybe like Captain Ginyu and friend Captain Ginyu, and that's it. And then sort of see what this LR is looking like in that situation. And then after that, I'll make sure to get that last rotation. But you guys can see this unit's solid. I've been using them a lot in these red zone runs, you know, trying to use like LR Turles and Bojack and some of these characters. Did we just 7 million, by the way. Did we just 3 dodge the super attack? Phew, man. Every video, dude. Alright guys, so here's a team where I'm not bringing any other Ginyu Force units besides just AGL Captain Ginyu. But it is like, I mean, dude, so this unit gets 10% attack and events per Ginyu Force category ally in the team. It's pretty easy to activate that, honestly, because we have the 2 Ginyus as the leader of the team, and then the Ginyu Force unit themselves, and we're at 30 of 50 already, right? And then it's like you easily would want to bring Jason Birder and Raccoon and Goldo, and you're at your 5 units with ease. So that's pretty good. So you do have, honestly, 2 open slots, basically, for the team that you could put anyone in, and this physical Ginyu will still be at maximum power. So that's good. That's a good thing to see. Like, look at this. You know, we're still at 240k right here. Keep in mind that Tech Piccolo is supporting them, right? He's a Planet Namek Saga support type unit, and this LR Ginyu Force is on Planet Namek Saga, so they're looking pretty good. I'm liking this LR Ginyu Force unit. This is a nice help to some of the teams that they're on. They're on Planet Namek Saga, Ginyu Force, Dragon Ball Seekers, Join Forces, Terrifying Conquerors, Special Pose, and Space Traveling Warriors. Very, very, very effective. Right now, it's difficult for me. So this is a unit, right? This is basically the first level 10 link video I'm doing for them, like on my account right here, right? And I don't know. A lot of times I like to show units on different teams and stuff like that. But I just am not really finding the motivation to do that for characters that have a 200% leader skill. Like, it's like, all right, here's this lead that you really don't even want to be running anymore for this team, right? Like, it's like, I don't know, like, units that are on 200% leader skills, like, I'm showing them there. Like, that's how you want to use them. I mean, I guess there would be, like, super battle road stages where you wouldn't be, but not for this Ginyu Force unit. Like, the only team you'd be running this LR Ginyu Force unit on that, like, Captain Ginyu and the rest of the Ginyu Force is not on is Join Forces. That's it. That's literally it. Every other team, like, all these Ginyu Force units are on together, so you could just run a Ginyu Force team and destroy all these other stages, right? Like, that's just sort of the way it's going to be. Alright, so this will be a good rotation right here. We do have LR Turles around. The only thing is LR Turles probably will not finish this Vegeta off, actually, if I do that. I think I can get away with it. 232k. Yeah, let me just get this attack stat, and then, honestly, I just want to get, like, the big Ginyu Force turn, where we have Birder and Jace and the LR Tech Ginyu rotation, and then I think we'll be done. Unit's very good. They're pretty goddamn good. That's it. Like, I don't really have too much to add. I'm very impressed. I think they did a really good job of making this unit relevant. A support type unit that could help. They could have made them maybe a little bit better defensively. Like, I think if I would do anything, I think they could lose some of this offensive power that they have and gain defensive ability. Their defense is not the worst ever because in proper setups, looks like they're jumping above 300k, which, like, 300k is like the new minimum, basically. I don't know. Because remember, you need 450k to take double digits from the hardest hitting enemy in the game, which is Omega Shenron's normal attacks. You need 450 to take double digits from the, you know, that Omega. So it's like, I want at least 300, at least, I'm thinking, on a lot of these, like, for units to be really good. And of course, keep in mind that this Ginyu Force unit came out right now, right? I'm not referring to units that came out, like, last year and shit like that. Like, now, like, come on, like, we need to be having those big numbers attached to them right away, so they can be relevant in this difficult content. Alright, so here's the rotation I wanted to get. So we can have LR Tech Ginyu Super Attack first, giving us a little bit of an extra buff. Plus, we're also going to have Legendary Power active now, which is a big buff. We're at 287k defense at the start of turn. The support is just rolling on this turn. Tech Ginyu giving 50%, Physical Ginyu giving 30%, and then the Int Birder and Jace giving 60%. So that's the thing about the Ginyu Force team. These characters plus the 2 AGL Ginyus, and the whole team is supporting. It gets really out of hand. And they get up to an 8 million attack stat as a support type unit. So again, This LR Physical Ginyu Force, man, they are very good. It's not like some exaggeration or something like that. They're strong. And keep in mind that with that 18-key super attack, they gave themselves 2 different defensive buffs. So they might have been hovering, I think, around like 400k defense along with that damage. And they're supporting, and they Rainbow Orb changed. So you tell me how good you think they are. Alright, this is the Ultimate Fighting Squadron. Captain Ginyu / the Ginyu Force. His leader skill is all types key 3 and 120% of stats. So a nice little all types leader there for like Battlefield or something like that. Or if you want to, use the Ginyu Force theme in Battlefield. Their super attack is the Milky Cannon, their 12-key super, which raises attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn and does colossal damage to the enemy. Their 18-key super attack, Special Fighting Assault, raises attack and defense by 30% for 1 turn, does mega colossal damage to the enemy, and then gives all allies 30% attack and defense for 1 turn. That ability is helpful, but most of the time you're not going to be running them in slot 1. You certainly can protect your ass end if you have this unit on slot 2. You can give defense to the unit that's floating, which could be helpful if it's like STR Jace or something like that. I really am waiting for them to give this to a unit for 2 turns. I know that the Majin Buu Saga 2000 Day Login Goku, on his 12-key super attack effect, he does it for 2 turns. But like, if this Ginyu did that for 2 turns, they'd be a lot better. I think that would be really helpful. Their passive skill, Finish Sign, gives them 2-key and 77% attack and defense at the start of turn. They get an additional 10% attack and defense per Ginyu Force category allies on the team, up to a maximum of 50%. They give all allies 3-key and 30% attack and defense. And then they randomly change key spheres of a certain type besides physical to rainbow if there's another Ginyu Force category ally attacking in the same turn. Their link set is Ginyu Force, Fear and Faith, Respect, Loyalty, Signature Pose, Shocking Speed, and Legendary Power. Their 12-key multiplier 140%, 24-key multiplier 200%. In terms of EZAs they could potentially help out on, like a big one. I mean, there's a number. I mean, they could definitely do damage in a lot of the LR EZAs along with the support, but there's not like a main category, I think, where they're really going to help you get Zenny, right? And then finally, they're on a number of category teams here. So we are on the Planet Namek Saga team, of course. They're also on the Ginyu Force category team. Then here we are on the Dragon Ball Seekers team right here. Then this is Join Forces. Then we have the Terrifying Conquerors team. And then right here we have Signature Pose, Special Pose. And then finally we have Space Traveling Warriors. So let me know what you guys think of the EZA LR Physical Ginyu Force. I think that they are very, very good. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.